Hello, everyone. It's Al. It's a beautiful day out today. Actually, I'm in my yard today. I'm just taking a walk. I had a lot of work to do and a lot of things to do today, so I really didn't have too much time to get to a park today. But this is like a park, basically. All the beautiful trees. You can hear the birds. Beautiful trees back here. Beautiful area. Talking about trees, let me just, before we get into the reincarnation that I want to talk to you about today, which is going to be pretty cool, I wanted to show you the tree that I was telling you about that I brought back to life. And by giving it energy and coming up to a higher frequency to make the tree grow back again. So here's the tree. This is the tree right here behind me. You can see how this tree right here, see, that's the tree. That tree was like a half to three quarters dead. All this side of the leaves that you're looking at right here were all gone. Everything was gone. All this whole side right here was all gone. And I brought that tree back to life. Look at that tree. Look at how it's blooming and surviving. Look at this. Look, it's beautiful. But anyway, okay. So today I want to talk about reincarnation. And what is it? People really don't understand, or they don't have the knowledge to know that that every single one of us were reincarnated. We were all reincarnated, and not only were we reincarnated, but we actually were reincarnated thousands of times on this earth, on Mother Earth. And the reason being is that you have to pay back past karmas that that actually happened to you. You sign contracts with the custodians. Now you're going to ask me, who's your custodians? They're not angel gods, and they're not angel guides. They're not archangels. The custodians are the higher beings of the universe that take care of this earth. They take care of us. They take care of all our souls. They take care of everything here on this planet, okay? And they, when you want to come here to Earth to pay back a lot of your karma so you can move into other dimensions and move into other worlds and other planets and things like that, you sign a contract. So you sign a contract and you come here to this planet Earth, which is the hardest planet to live on. So a lot of people choose to come here. A lot of souls choose to come here, but then when they get here, they're like, oh my God, what did I do? Now, you'll never know and never remember any of this when you pass. Now, when you pass, you go back up into what, people call heaven. But in the spiritual world, we don't call it heaven. Okay, we call it back up into the universe. And you go back and you see your custodians, and you actually judge yourself. Nobody judges you. There's no such thing as judging. Okay, whatever you did here on this planet, you judge yourself, and then that's going to determine if you have to come back here again and redo it all over again. It's like going to school. It's like taking classes from first grade to 12th grade. You can't miss a grade, or you can't fail a grade. If you fail a grade or miss a grade, then you have to come back to this planet. So that's why we're reincarnated so many times. But it's funny because people say to me all the time, they said, Al, I feel like I was here once before. Like, I feel like this is weird. Like, this is like deja vu. Like, I feel like I was here before. Well, let me tell you something, okay? When that happens to you, it's usually either you were in that same situation in your past lives, or you went into a parallel dimension, okay? Where you're actually living other lives, and you're living more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lives at a time in other parallel dimensions from where we are here on Earth. So a lot of times you might, you might say, oh, deja vu, it's just a term that people use, but it's not real. It's just, they don't understand what it really means. I'm giving it to you now, what it really means. Okay? So, so understand that. And really think about that. Think about that, because it happens to everybody. That deja vu, what you call deja vu, what 99.9% of the people call deja vu, is something that really happened. Okay, it's not just something that's a coincidence. Like I said, no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. So if you're seeing that again, maybe you had to pay back karma that you've done, and now you're seeing yourself again in this situation, but you're gonna do it just a little bit different this time, and maybe pay back some karma, or change the parallel. You understand? You're gonna change the parallel dimension, and it's always 99.9% of the time it's for the better. So you're bettering yourself. You're learning from it. Okay, so that's what we need to do. We need to learn. Okay, every day we need to learn something. Okay, somebody says something to you, or somebody does something to you, you have to learn about it. All right, well, so reincarnation. So reincarnation is something that is real. You've been reincarnated thousands of times. And then the other thing about reincarnation is that you have to go through everything that's on this earth. You have to be. So you had to be a rock. You had to be a frog, a squirrel, a tree, a dog, whatever. You had to be everything. That's why you're reincarnated thousands of times. Now, when you get to the point of where all your karma is actually paid off. Look at that beautiful dog right there. Look at that beautiful dog. You see the dog? See it? Beautiful. Just walking the dog, the lady here in the neighborhood. Very beautiful. You have to pay back karma no matter what you do. We all have karma. When you pay back all your karma is when you can move into the next levels of your journey, and not on this earth. I'm talking about other dimensions and parallel dimensions and things like that. Now, people say to me, Al, parallel dimensions? Really? You believe in that? I believe in it. What, are you kidding me? There's parallel dimensions all the time, and I'm sure that things have happened to you that brought you into a parallel dimension. I'm going to give you an example of that. So let's say you come home, you went shopping, you got a couple of bags, you got your keys, you got your bags and everything. You put the bags down, you put the keys down. Right now you're putting everything away, and you go back, you say, oh geez, I left my jacket in the car or whatever. So you go to get your keys, and you're looking all over, your keys are not there. So you're like, oh geez, maybe I left the keys in the car. So you go into the car. Now you look in the car, the keys are not there. Okay? So you're like, wait a minute, where's these keys? I just had these keys. So now you go back in the house, and you go back to where you put the bags down, and there's your keys. So here's the example of you going into a parallel dimension. That's going into a parallel dimension. And it's really weird stuff. It's not something that's so simple. It's something that you really have to understand, and read up on these things and look at podcasts and understand them, because it's all what really happens in this world. You know what I mean? It's not something that people make up, like spiritual people make these things up. No, this is all true. When you pass away, okay, when you leave this earth, you go back up to the custodian, whoever your custodian is. And I seen my custodian. I know who my custodian is. I seen him already. He came to me in a very deep meditation. I was very deep, like in a theta state. And he came to me, and he asked me a couple of questions about Earth, and I told him what I felt, which I'm not going to really get into right now. But you go back to the custodian, and then you see, you judge, and then, if you really didn't do the right thing here on Mother Earth, then you have to sign a new contract with them and you have to come back. Now, you say to yourself, well, if I want to really get rid of this karma fast, what do I need to do? So custodian will say, okay, you're going into a body that's handicapped. Okay, yeah, you're going to go into a body that's handicapped. You're going to go into a body that can't function without somebody helping them. Now, very, very technical, and this is what I'm talking about, how I could really start to blow your minds, okay, by giving you this information. This information is real, okay? So you come into this body, and now this body is handicapped. So there's things that are going on, and the reason why you came in. Number one, pay back your karma. Number two, teach lessons to the families, the people that had the baby, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunt, so on and so forth. These are lessons that you need to teach them, okay? Now, we all have to learn lessons, okay? That's what I'm telling you about from the grades from 1 to 12, basically. Those are all your lessons that you have to learn and all the karma that you have to pay back. Otherwise, you're constantly going to come back here. You're never going to ever be able to get off of Earth, which you want to get off of. You want to move into the new Earth, the 5D, 7D. You want to move into those planets, those Earths, okay? Much more peaceful, much more relaxing. It's not like this planet Earth, okay? So reincarnation is to actually learn lessons, and you must learn from them. You have to learn from them. Otherwise, you're never going to get off Earth. You're going to stay on the wheel of karma, and you're never going to get off of it. So take every day with a thought process that you don't want that karma. You want to rid yourself of that karma, of all karma, which is totally almost impossible. But you want to rid yourself of all that karma and all that bad karma and be a good person. Be a giving person, be loving, be peaceful, be spiritual. Okay, learn how to enjoy and appreciate Mother Earth for everything that it is. Just like I did with this tree. Okay, I brought this tree back to life, because when you become more spiritual, you learn that Mother Earth is really all you got here. This is all you have. There's nothing more than this. You have your people around you. Yes, you have everybody around you, and they could be your blood. It could be your friends. It could be anybody, but really, they're all here to teach you lessons. So you have to learn from the lessons. If you don't learn from the lessons, like I said, you're not going to get off the wheel of karma. Okay, so we're going to get into karma a little bit more, but karma is a very, very deep subject. Okay, and it's something that I really want to put together properly for you guys, because it goes into a lot of depth. What we think karma is here in the Western culture is not really karma. Okay, karma goes a lot deeper. The Eastern cultures, they understand it a little better because they're thousands and thousands and thousands of years. That they were spiritual, and and they used a lot of plant medicines and things like that to open up their minds, and they learned a lot more than we learned. We just learned basically what what you learn, what people tell you. Again, you're programming from 0 to 7. Karma. Somebody did something to you, and now they're gonna pay for it, or something's gonna happen to them. But that's not really what karma is. Karma is your own reality, and we'll get into that in another video. But reincarnation is real. Past lives are real. Okay, and a lot of times you might even say to yourself, like with the deja vu thing, it doesn't even have to be deja vu. You could feel like you met somebody, and you're like, wow, did I I know you. I know who you are. Well, of course you know who that person is, because, like I said, everybody that you meet, and most people that you see and have contact with, you've dealt with before in your past lives. Okay, so that's something that's really a little bit odd, but something that you have to understand. Okay, you have to understand it. It's a little bit much to understand. It's a little bit much to grasp. But reincarnation's real. Dimensions, other dimensions are real. You know, do the best you can. Do the best you can. Get more spiritual. The more spiritual you get, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to understand Mother Earth, the more you're going to understand about the universe, the custodians that take care of this earth. Okay? And I'm going to tell you that they'll always stop a nuclear war. There'll never be a nuclear war in this world, ever, because the custodians will stop it. They're not going to let it happen. We're part of an ecosystem. This earth is part of, I told you I could blow your minds. I don't really want to get into this too much right now. We'll get into that more when we open up our facility and we can sit down and really get into some deep conversations about this. But the custodians, we are part of an ecosystem. The same way that this ecosystem on this earth works is the same way that we're part of an ecosystem up in the universe. Okay, part of the universe, part of our galaxy. Okay, we're part of an ecosystem. That's why they'll never let anything happen to this planet. Okay, now they might let stuff happen to us. Okay, where they might want to replace us with higher beings or whatever. But that's something that nobody really knows, and you can never tell if they're going to do something like that. But that would be an extinction, and then they would plant new beings here, and the world would be a different place. This Mother Earth would be a different place. So understand it, grasp it, learn about it. Learn. Like these things that I tell you, look them up, read about them. Get an idea of what I'm saying, so you can understand more, and you could actually help yourself get on a better path in life. Okay, once you understand these things, okay, you understand reincarnation, you understand karma, basically, okay? So, like I said, karma goes deeper, but you basically understand what it means, okay? You understand what it means. So, get on your journey. It's a wonderful place, I have to tell you. It's so peaceful. It's beautiful. Okay, I walk outside all the time. The birds come to me. They come on the trees. They all fly to the trees, right where I'm staying. They all fly to me. Squirrels will come up to me. Animals, they have no problem. Dogs, cats, whatever. They just run right up to you because they feel your energy. When you have good energy, okay, is the way to break your karma. Okay, good energy. So keep your spirits up. Keep your energy levels up. Keep your frequencies up, like I spoke about. Be good at reflecting. Reflect good. Only reflect good. Okay? Lose that ego. Let that ego settle down a little bit. Get it down a little bit so you could be more of a giving and respectful person. Things like that. Things like that. And God loves that. The universe loves that. So, what I'm going to talk about next time maybe is about the contracts, because there's a lot of information about those contracts that you sign to come to this world. It's really mind-blowing, but very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Well, anyway, so have a good night. Enjoy your evening, and I'll see you soon. We'll talk about something else next time. I'll see you soon. Take care.